want all the latest news of NBA 2K and also NBA in general, you should follow me on my Twitter account at PackHoopsYT. Not only that, I do giveaways all the time when it comes to VC, games, and also even consoles. So check it out, follow me, and see you there. We have a pretty big trade today that I'm covering in NBA 2K21 and showing you the changes of the roster. ¿Qué pasa to the pack? It is Pack here. Before this video starts, please be an OG. Join the pack and subscribe. I talk about NBA news, NBA 2K news, roster stuff, gameplay, literally every single day. And it'd be great if you could join up and support the channel, okay? So, first things first, Kemba Walker from the Celtics has been traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, I'll tell you guys what the Celtics get in a second, but we're going to start off with Kemba Walker and what this basically means for him and the team. Okay, so not only do the Thunder get Kemba Walker, they also get a draft pick from the Celtics, right? I mean, the Thunder at this point have every draft pick ever, right? Like, they're set for life. Next year's draft is literally just going to be every team player on OKC. It's going to be insane. But out of all seriousness, they know what they're doing. They are blowing this team up. They let go of Al Horford, right? And they go, who's an older player, and they're like, let's just get all the young talent we possibly can, get all the picks we possibly can, and make something happen with all these young players. It's an obvious thing. And you have guys like SGA and Lu Dort for the long haul. It's an obvious thing to do. And on top of that, you add Kemba Walker. Now, no, Kemba Walker is not going to be playing for the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm assuming he's not going to play a single game for them ever. Like, I'm just going to straight up say that now, right? But what the Thunder get is an asset in Kemba, because somebody in the league is going to need a player like Kemba Walker. Now, let's just be clear here, okay? He has not been doing great this year, if we're just being honest, okay? But to be fair to Kemba, okay, he's getting older. All right, let's just be fair. He was coming back from injury. Like, you know, he's not a bad NBA player at all. 19 points per game this season, 36% from 3, 42% from the field, and average 5 assists. I mean, these aren't like garbage numbers, to be fair. For a starting point guard, I think most players or most teams in the NBA would love a point guard that could average those numbers on the team today, right? So he's not a bad point guard by any means. It's just that he's a little older. He wasn't exactly what the Celtics kind of wanted, and so it makes sense. And for the Thunder, there's just no point to have him when you already have SGA. Like, there's just no point. So what they're going to do is they're going to trade him for the best possible value they can. Now, we'll go over trades in a second of where he possibly can go, what teams need him, right? But this is a 1,000 IQ play by the Thunder. I believe this is a W for them. I think this is what they needed. It makes total sense. But now let's go to the Celtics. Now, a lot of people are saying the Celtics took a big L here, but I personally disagree, okay? The Celtics have two amazing talents, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They know exactly what they want, is that these two to be on the team for the next 10 years, honestly. They're both fantastic. They're both getting better every season. It makes no sense to not build around them at all. Kemba Walker was that third option that kind of just wasn't fitting with this team. Plus, you have Robert Williams, who's getting better every year. You have Evan Fournier, who they like and is getting better. You have Marcus Smart still. This is smart by them, get it? But Al Horford is now an option on the team. He was in the Celtics before, and when he was on the Celtics, he actually played very good. 13 points, almost 14 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, great field goal percentage, and an elite defender when he was playing for Boston, okay? They're just happy to have him back. Will they trade him? I don't know. At the end of the day, Al Horford's a player that any team would love to have. Like, he's a veteran that knows what he's doing, and the Celtics miss him because he was good for the team, okay? This team is still really, really good, and hopefully they sign a couple players. Hopefully they get a couple people in the draft, even though they traded some of their picks. Hopefully in the next couple of years, this could be a championship level team. And on top of that, they get Moses Brown, who's also a center. And this dude is 20 years old and super underrated. I can't believe everybody on Twitter was roasting this dude, talking about how uncoordinated he is, that he doesn't know what he's doing, he's an offensive liability. I disagree with everybody. He is 20 years old. You can teach offense, especially with younger players, okay? Moses Brown, let me tell you some of his stats this season. In this year, when he was averaging 21 minutes a game, almost 9 points, 9 rebounds, and a block. Okay, his field goal percentage was 55% from the 3, and he is not a 3-point shooter. Okay, so as a center who plays not many minutes, right? Like these are okay numbers in my opinion. Like these are okay for a 20-year-old who got way better than last year. Okay, here's the thing: if you've watched him play, he is super tall and long. Pause. And on top of it all, he is hyper athletic for his size and length, right? So he is a surprisingly good athlete who's super tall. There's no way he's going to be bad as a center in this league, and I think that he's a project that the Celtics could use. They have a lot of young talent that can get better in the next coming years, and Moses Brown is one of those players that can get better. 78 overall. He's solid. He's genuinely solid. I think that overall, I think both teams, this is a W. Obviously for OKC, it's more because they have a clear plan of what they want to do, and they get even double down on that plan. But still, I think both teams succeeded here. Now, one last thing is Kemba Walker. Who needs Kemba Walker, right? Because OKC is going to trade him no matter what. Kemba Walker doesn't make sense on Philly because they already have Ben Simmons as a point guard. Yes, I know you can make Kemba the point guard and Ben Simmons as forward, but I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, the Bucks already have Drew Holiday. The Bulls, I guess you could trade him to the Bulls. I mean, Kobe White's, in my opinion, pretty solid and probably only getting better. But I guess theoretically, if you're the Bulls, right, you go, okay, we have Vucevic now. We have Zach LaVine. Thaddeus Young has been playing well. You have Laurie, who hopefully doesn't get traded. Daniel Tice isn't bad. You have young talent with Patrick Williams and Kobe White. And if you add a veteran like Kemba Walker who knows how to win, you should be able to get to the playoffs. If you can't make the playoffs with this team, then I don't know what to tell you. So this is an option. You can go to the Bulls. The Clippers are obvious. Like, even though Reggie Jackson's been playing really good in these playoffs, Kemba Walker would be nice as a point guard for this team, theoretically. I guess the Lakers, I don't know. I mean, honestly, if I'm the Lakers and how bad everybody else was this playoffs, I think you go for Kemba Walker no matter what. If I'm the Lakers, I pull that trigger like now. Give him picks. Give him Andre Drummond. Give him Kyle Kuzma. Give him everyone, because you need that clear third option, and Dennis Schroeder wasn't good enough, and Montrezl Harrell didn't even play. So if I'm the Lakers, you go for it, man, right? Maybe the Mavericks if you don't make Luka the point guard anymore, but like, you have Jalen Brunson. I don't know about that. Those are the only teams that I think that make any kind of sense to be traded for Kemba Walker. What do y'all think, though? What do you think about this trade? Is it cash or trash, and for who? Leave it in the comments below. And also, who do you think Kemba Walker is going to? And if you like this channel, please give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time. If you want all the latest news of NBA 2K and also NBA in general, you should follow me on my Twitter account at PackHoopsYT. Not only that, I do giveaways all the time when it comes to VC, games, and also even consoles. So check it out, follow me, and see you there.